Hello, 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 my dear subscribers. I'm Maria the Clairvoyant, and I'm going to be doing a general and love reading for the month of June 2018 for the sign of Cancer. For those that you know how to start my readings, I do an oracle card and for closing my reading. And at this time, I'm going to start with the general, with the salted crows. And I'm going to be using the Buddhism reading cards and the Crystal Wisdom Healing Oracle. With that said, I'm going to start your reading, Cancer. The foundation that you have is the Hierophant. Okay, the Hierophant energy has to do with purification. You are in a state of mind that you know what you want, you know what you're looking for, you know where you're going, and you're basically in balance. This is the Hierophant, and you also sort of like a priest type of energy. Your everything in your surroundings is some of you probably practice intuition. Some of you have your guys a medium, intuitive side. You practice or any kind of religion that help you have a balanced life. You may not be a card reader or a palm reader or any of that, but spiritual, you're very high. You may not see spirits, but you're spiritual. You are in a nice level of your spiritual life. Maybe you may be practice some kind of esoterics rituals. You probably do meditate. You do anything that has to do with balancing yourself, balancing your spirit. You are you understand about esoteric. So it's more like it's a divine wisdom that you have right now. So basically that's what wraps it up, divine wisdom. So that's what the energy for some of you Cancers. See how you have here the Magician. So the Magician means that you are, if this was a work related situation, you balance your energies all over the place. You know how to do everything necessary in your job. Let's say you stop doing this and then you do something else. Let's say you go from being a nurse to being an accountant, and then you're able and capable of doing either job. That's the top in the job situation. That's what the Magician means, that you're able and capable of doing this type of work. Also has to do with wisdom too. So esoteric power. You're very right now. You're very esoteric. It has wisdoms. You have messages. This also can mean that you may have a business transaction, or you're probably taking some courses in something that has to do with your job, or not necessarily your job related, but you want to work and move on with something else. Maybe it could be in your religion, whatever you practice. You may be trying to practice something. The card that crosses you is the Nine of Wands. So you have a fire energy that's crossing you. This could be a person that's Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. It's a lot of fire in this person. This person, even if may have a more mature energy, he could be more mature, but this person acts a little childish. This person can be acting like if he's 30 years old, he doesn't realize that he's not 30 anymore. He might be 50 or more. Anybody under over 40. But this energy comes to your life, crosses you, and is someone, if it's a physical person, is someone that may be interested in you, or you may be interested in that person. The Knight of Wands is a fireman. this person has a lot of pride, and the fire signs tend to be very proud of themselves. So this person can also have been cruel to you at some point of time. So just watch for the energy that doesn't hurt you, or that don't allow the energy to hurt you. And then the foundation that you have major arcana is the 20, card number 20. And here, this card represents a closure or a resolution, meaning a definite action. You may have to take a definite path to whatever you decide to do. If this has to do with this person, with this fire sign, maybe you decide to have a conversation with this person, let them know how you feel or what you want, and just be honest with yourself. Okay. Behind you, you have the 10 of cups, meaning there is a completion of love and happiness, baby. You feel complete yourself to the things that you have accomplished. Whatever it is that you will have worked for, you have accomplished. Then what's crowning you is the 8 of wands, meaning that you haven't really fulfilled something, but you're working towards that fulfillment. You may be shifting your energies also, or you may get into a goal. Whatever goal or whatever purposes you're going to, you are going you're getting there. You're not a 10, you don't have the 10, you haven't completed that cycle, but you're working towards that cycle. Whatever the force it is, the letter is a message, something that has to do with a message that you had to do. See, because, and if this is a job situation, you are working to, let's say, if you're looking for a job and looking for a better job, you're going to continue applying. You haven't really get that job, but it's coming to you. There is going to be some kind of letter, some kind of message that is going to come to you to get this completion. And here, look at this. If you were looking for a job, you get the 2 of swords, which is the 2 of swords is communication. Swords represent communication, and at this time with the 2 is a communication with another person. You physically are going to do some kind of communication with this person. This also represents the 2 sacrifice. Maybe if you're pregnant and you're giving birth now in June and you're the sign of Cancer, you may end up, maybe you didn't want to have a C-section, but then you're going to end up having a cesarean. Okay. Also, this could also represent conflicts that you have either yourself or with others. There's someone that you have a conflict with, and you need to bring peace to that relationship or that person. Sometimes you probably went through a lot of pain with someone, and now you're getting that pleasure. This could also mean that you have gone through so much pain with that person, and now you're getting the pleasure from that pain that you had in the past. This could also be an indecision. Maybe you're undecided to do something. If you want to be with someone, maybe you want to be with this fire sign or this fire, and then now you're not feeling decisive about it. And the only thing I could tell you that about the fire sign, because this comes over here as a main energy for you as yourself. There's a fire sign and Ace of Wands. So either you're going to take a path to, you decide to, if it's your job and you are waiting for this letter, and then you have the communication, you're probably going to take the job and you're going to go this path. Now you're going to another career, another place that you want to get the job. If this has to do with a relationship, okay, you probably decide to be with this person, and you may end up talking about this relationship and moving forward in a relationship. If you decide to stay with this fire sign, I'm sorry if the radio bothered you. I didn't realize that my music was a little bit louder. So with that said, you probably have the energy of the fire sign, and this fire sign you're gonna make this path. Okay, here you have the Prince of Swords. So probably you're dealing with someone that might be younger than you. This is a prince, is a energy of a younger person that you may have a relationship with, either a man or a woman. And this could be the air signs. These are human peoples. I usually put it, these are the people. And this could be Aquarius, Geminis of or Libra, that you have a good relationship. This person is in your path. Okay, here is either you of a person that has the Three of Swords. So this could represent a couple of things. You're either going to be going through some kind of surgery. You see you have the 2 and the 3 here. So maybe you may be going through some kind of surgery, Cancer, to those that may be having some kind of pregnancy and having a C-section, or others might be going through some kind of surgery. So that's why you had this is in the future, and this is in your hopes and fears. For those that are going to have some kind of surgery, just understand that things happen. You're gonna be okay. Don't worry about it. You're gonna have the painful situation, but you're gonna recover. Others have the Lovers. You are gonna have someone that's gonna be there for you. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a person, a couple, your partner, but it could also mean that there is someone, if in case you had to deal with the fire sign, maybe the fire sign is gonna go into some kind of surgery. If it's not you, maybe the air sign might be going into some kind of surgery, but there's something that has to do with the surgery. If it's not you, Cancer, it could be your partner. Okay, sometimes it could be something that just happened and nobody knows that, oh, I'm supposed to have surgery. So but this, even though this happens, or you can be broken hearted. So because I'm trying to do this as a general, in trying to concentrate as the friendship and work related, maybe you have to stay away from your job. And it might be painful if some of you leave your job, because sometimes you create good friends. Okay, so let me clarify the Three of Swords and the Prince of Swords. So I have a feeling that this surgery may not be you. It may be someone you know, Cancer, because this is not your energy. Okay, Cancer, you guys are water. Okay, so the card that I have for you to clarify this Three of Swords energy is the Queen of Cups. So this is actually your energy. So just be careful that you may be into some kind of medical situation, that you may be in pain, or if it's not you, again, it's like it could be the other person. You can have the sword. Sometimes you could be perfectly healthy, and all of a sudden an accident happens. So just be careful if this is not you, and this could be somebody else, but it may also be you. So but there is still, besides the fact that you have something painful going on within your physical body or your mental, you still feel love and affection. Okay, so let me see what the cards for concentration says. You have card number 12, and it says pure concentration. This card represents how the Noble Eightfold Path. It says how to work with the purity cards. Okay, and this card is basically working on drop by drop is the water pot fill. Likewise, the wise man gathering little by little fills himself with good Buddha. Okay, The purity cards present the fundamental principles of the Noble Eightfold Path. These 8 daily practices aid in the purity of your wisdom as well as ethical actions and awareness. They set a course in wise actions for you to embrace your beauty and nature. So, the card number 12 says pure concentration, the 8 Noble Eightfold Path. Though its energy active through its active energy, concentrated through its concentrate energy, through concentrating on definite purpose becomes power. Charles Hammond. Okay, now we're gonna clarify this. Concentration is the super refined focus needed to notice what the mind is doing. When you have mastered this practice, no matter how easily your mind is distracted by your inner dialogue, the memories of the past, or the fantasies of the future, you're able to bring it back to the present moment. You will consciously focus in on where your mind is in relation to reality. When you are deeply connected to the present moment, the forces of fear, anger, or greed will stop pulling you off balance because you too experience pain and suffering. By allowing these negative forces to come and then pass through you without believing there are you will experience the awareness that comes from honoring this rising and falling of things without being caught in the downward spiral of destructive emotions. True concentration will allow you to focus your mind perfectly in the present. In this way, your mind and body will gradually become calm and relaxed. There is a deeper inner knowing that comes from understanding that you have the power to bring yourself back to the calm center where love resides. This deep love is like the laser beam. It can penetrate all the illusions of the outside world, as well as the illusions of the inner world. As you master your own mind, you will become more engaged with you are working on with the people around you. Reflections. Have you ever been distracted by your inner dialogue, even then at quiet and peaceful places? Action. Find a quiet place and write down your inner dialogue. It is relevant to who you are in and now. So remember that basically what this card is telling you to meditate. I feel that some of you need to practice a little meditation a little bit more. Try to concentrate so anything that you bring, you manifest the positive into your life. We can always manifest either positive of energy or negative energy, whatever you decide to do. So these cards are telling you to see if you can manifest the positive. And again, it tells you awareness comes from the purity of concentration. This enables you to honor the rising and falling of things without getting caught in downward spiral destructive emotions. Consciously focus on where your mind is in relation to what reality is. Some people tend to have their real they don't they're living a fantasy, not the reality, and they need to try to understand that they have to create a reality in their life, not a fantasy world. Not if this person, you have to set the goal. If you're setting the goal for a job, you need to concentrate on that job. If you're concentrating on the goal for that person, you're gonna try to manifest this person being your partner. You gotta bring it with your mind. You got to concentrate and mentally say that this person is going to be there in the future. If you broke up a relationship and you're coming back to this person, manifest that this person is coming to you and wants to stay with you, because you don't want this person to come and leave. You're going to manifest that this person comes and stay, because you can break up, but then you're going to come back looking back and forth, going back and forth. It's a very good reading for Cancer. It's very positive. I only see the Three of Swords, but I feel like the Three of Swords is not too much about a breakage. I think it's more about a surgery some of you might be going, or someone you know that might be close to you might be going through some kind of surgery. Okay, that's the energy that I get. Okay, and if you're pregnant, you're probably going to end up having C-section. So for the ones that are single, this is the general the love part for you guys. Some of you have the Seven of Swords. So with the Seven of Swords, let me take all the cards out first before I start speaking about each card. So the second card is going to be for the married or couple. This is the people that live together, have children, but are not legally married. That's considered to be a marriage. So you have Cancers. Oh my God. So those who are married or living together, and this is for the ones that are not married. One lives in one side of town, the other one might live in another town, and they have a distant relationship. That means you don't sleep together every weekend. Okay. The single ones, Cancers, you have an energy, you're by yourself. You have the Seven of Swords, meaning that you're not too happy. You invite people to come over, but people don't really show up. So you're basically by yourself. You don't have anybody to talk to. Your people might tell you, yeah, I'm coming over, but yes, they don't come over, and you end up staying by yourself and just contemplating the plates, and everything is ready, but there is people might give you excuses as to why, and you probably want to be in a relationship but you're not ready. And if you are when you decide to be in a relationship, you feel at this time, I feel that you need to concentrate more on healing yourself before you decide to be in a relationship. So some of you might not even be trying to be in a relationship. For the ones that are married, some of you are dealing with the fire energy, Leo, Sag, or Aries. These people are very arrogant. Situations are very arrogant. These people are very much caregivers. They have financial success. The majority of fire signs, they have very high roles in society. They don't mind taking anything strong. They take it. And others, there is you have the Tower, which means that some of you might be going through a divorce, and maybe that's the reason why you have this card. So over here, to those that might be going through that divorce, you have the Two of Swords, and then you have the Three of Swords, because no matter what, when something happens in the house, it's always painful. Maybe there's children involved, and there is a child here. You might have the energy of the Princess of Swords. So to those that are going through a divorce, the kids are also part of this pain. Okay, this is those that are separating. The husband is no longer, the man decides to walk away. The foundation that you had the Ten of Wands. So for the Ten of Wands energy, some of you might be into other relationships there. So be careful. If you have two people in your life, you might be in love with one person, or this person, or you're married and you have the other person, you're trying to see somebody else. That's for those that are literally married. And you see is, let me see if you have the Ten of Swords. No, you have the Ten of Cups. So some of you have a relationship with someone else. Okay, and another ones, you have the Eight of Wands, which is this one. This energy came out before. The Eight of Wands, where is it? It's right here. So some of you are changing in your relationship. Some of you might be taking, you kind of like bored, but this is a changing energy. You may be wanting to change the situation. You might be working towards the next level. Some of you might be feeling a little bit bored in the relationship that you're in. That's another thing that's happening. You may be wanting to do a little bit more excitement, something that you want to bring up into this new relationship. Okay, or this is a relationship that you had. This is for the ones that are married or this is for this ones that are in a relationship, but you guys are far. You either I live far or you live far, and this is getting tiring for the two of you. Sometimes you're gonna have to make a decision to make it to the next step. Are we gonna move in together? Are we gonna do this? Are we gonna do that? For the healing part of this card, for the love part, let's see what card comes out. What stone do you need to work with to attract the love and affection that you're looking for? If this is to make the relationship better for those that are in a that are not together. Oh my God, the rose quartz. What a beautiful card for this reading, Cancers. So for those that don't have the rose quartz card, see if you guys could get it, so you can put it next to your bed and try to have this stone, or if you can buy it and purchase it for yourself, buy it. A lot of stores sell it nowadays, and put it in your hat, put it in your chain. This is a multi-dimension variation healing stone. The healing vibration has fine light resonance for frequency of soul, multinational healing and rebalancing of well-being entered in every level. It helps you understand that you will make your soul more easy within your body and bring into manifestation. So you, with this card, you're going to try to manifest the love that you want, the love that the unconditional love that you're looking for. This card is number 15. And the rose quartz is unconditional love. And for those that like to play, you can put together these two cards. You have card number 15 and number 12. And then from those numbers, you can play with those numbers. 12 turning to 21. 15 turns into 51. You can also make 6. 1 and 2 is a 3. So you can play with those numbers. Rose quartz is full unconditional love and infinite peace. It draws loving relationships to you. Heal past emotional traumas and provide support during a crisis. Self-understanding. You're a beautiful soul who has infinite peace deep within enormous empathy. Relationships are where you learn your soul lesson. Heal heartbreak or abuse and dissolve toxic emotions and pain that prevent you from giving and receiving love. You have power to love unconditional and to support others. Divination. Forgive yourself. Love and beauty approach loneliness. It is the end. Emotional blockage dissolve. Do not accept blame. Recognize that unconditional love and friendship draw exactly the right people to you. Once you love yourself, you can give and receive love from others. Support is available in a crisis. Healing inside. Unconditional love is the greatest gift you can give to yourself or others. Frequency, medium to high, depending on clarity. Chakra, the heart chakra. The timing, the Taurus and Libra. The soul path, radiating unconditional love. So what you saying you will receive, Cancer. I think this is a beautiful card to close the reading, because even though some of you might be going through a divorce, that there was no more love in that relationship. You want to be in a relationship that you can love and be loved. Others in a marriage relationship, if you're a man, you're that provider, you may have the Leo, the fire signs energy, and this person may be giving you that unconditional love that you're looking for. And that's the reason why in this card for the singles ones, until you clear your blockages, you won't be able to find that. I think you need to work on yourself more, because the swords represent working on yourself and emotions. Okay, is spirituality, power, and conflicts, or maybe conflict within yourself. You don't have to have a conflict with others. You can be having conflicts within yourself. The best cards here is for the 10 of Wands. So this is a completion. You probably, either you or someone is going to make a determination to move to the next level, to the relationship that you're in, if you're in the relationship, distant relationship. And for others, you may be tired of the relationship and you might need to work a little bit more. So some of you have, you guys, one is a completion and another one is probably working. So when you accept this unconditional love, because look at this man is tired. So some of you might be bored and might not be wanting to continue in this relationship. Some of you are gonna complete that relationship or take the relationship to the next level. So with all that said, my dear Cancers, I hope love comes to you. Think about your pure concentration and see if you have the rose quartz. If you have the rose quartz, wear it. And I'll see you in the next video. Love and light. And I'm Maria the Clairvoyant. And if you would like to clarify your energy with the readings that I do, please feel free to contact me at mariatheclairvoyant.com, or you can send me an email, mariaerodriguez1500@gmail.com. To those that might subscribe to other channels, there is this another one that says Maria the Medium. I'm not that person. I have never shown my face, and I'm not planning to do show my face anytime soon. So with that said, I hope this video resonates with you, and if you do, please share it on my video with others, on your Instagram and your Facebook. I'll try to share it as much as possible with other groups. But other than that, subscribe to my channel and you will be receiving my videos every month. I do monthly readings. I do not do general weekly readings or bi-monthly. I do specific readings, and I'm going to be doing helping you with your intuition and pick your own cards. And hopefully I will give you a message every week for whatever you need for that week or something that you're going through. But I'm not going to do general readings. I'm trying to manage the two channels in English and Spanish separate, so you guys can book a reading with me. And when I go live, I'm planning to go live with you guys on Wednesdays at 9 p.m. So with all that said, love and light, and I'll see you in the next video. Starting in June, I'm gonna be going live. You can ask me any questions. I will draw maximum 3 cards for you, but I will announce it. If I cannot go live Wednesday, I will go Thursdays. Like I said, if you want a specific reading, contact me, mariatheclairvoyant.com, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.